everyone. Okay, so I'll be honest. I had to read this several times because I generally didn't know where to begin with this chapter. But I guess the importance of the mask Shoji wears really is the place to start, because him saying he wears the mask because he wants to avoid the perception that he's out for blood and revenge. It shows that yes, while he was technically hiding his identity, his first and foremost intent was to just try to establish connections with people, to kind of look beyond the picture of humanity that his past should have painted for him, and hope that the people he meets, the people he befriends, are able to return that same kindness. And because by all measure, Shoji should be like everyone else in that crowd, angry at the world for rejecting him. But by that same token, he wasn't going to let those experiences define his perceptions or who he should be, or how he wants to be, who he should be, or who he even wants to be. And all it took was one act of kindness, one moment for him to not only realize he's worth more than a person's perception of his appearance, but that he can do genuine good with his powers, and that's kind of what he's trying to teach everyone else there. That's what he's trying to teach everyone there. He's trying to teach everyone there that same lesson, that you pretty much don't have to define yourself by the past that's been written for us by society. Like Shoji's story, in some ways, is almost a complete reversal of the Joker's speech in The Killing Joke. Like, in the same vein that all it takes is one bad day for a villain to be created, all it takes is one good deed, one honest moment of kindness and wanting to save someone, just because it's the right thing to do, that can pretty much change a perception. And it is what can, and it's also what can create the greatest hero, or as All Might would put it, that moment where your body just reacts without thinking. And for Shoji, he didn't care how that little girl would perceive his appearance. He just knew he had to save her, and I love that. Of course, Horikoshi didn't sugarcoat it either. The idea that those kind of moments for heteromorphs are so few and far between that it is more common to be angry at the world for rejecting them. But that's the thing too. Sometimes the most common choice are often the more easy ones to make. And while Shoji openly admits to not having the answers, that the people who ostracize him weren't justified in their actions, that he was angry at them, he does also say that the reason he fights is to find those answers, because he has experienced both the harsh realities of this world, but also the kindness of this world, and how they treat heteromorphs. He knows better than anyone that there can be peace if you're actually willing to fight for it and take that first step. I really like this, how they depicted, how Horikoshi has chosen to depict just the struggles that from Shoji has faced, and how he has become the person he is. All mushy feelings aside, though, this is another chapter where I'm having a hard time figuring out how Horikoshi's gonna play this, and just how he plans to end this whole debacle, because there's the obvious thing right now of if Koda can take out the true leader of this whole thing, it will sow discord and confusion. So the solution there is pretty cut and dry, and it will give Shoji much more of a voice to reach out to the others. But by that same token, there is still the spinner problem, because unless I miss some key detail, I'm really struggling to see how Horikoshi can not only end this in a satisfactory way, but also one that brings Spinner back to his senses, because while the chapter did show there is a part of Spinner struggling to get free, we still don't know how that's possible, unless the way they do it is to break the scale mail armor. That seems to be what's implied with that brief flashback with All for One. But again, I want to believe, but it's I don't know how. I want to believe that's the case, and that's what can do it, but I don't know either how this is supposed to play out. Honestly, I just don't. With that said, I do with that said, I do want to talk about the moment where Kota comes charging in hard against the heteromorph leader, and it's one of those things where I loved it, and it was a great moment in showing how much Kota truly respects Shoji. Like, despite them coming from two different worlds and experiences, that they know they truly respect each other, but Kota, like, he truly wants to fight for the same dream that Shoji does. But at the same time, I'm a little worried in the sense where, because of how these past couple chapters have felt so narratively focused on Shoji up to this point, that I fear Horikoshi might keep Kota to the wayside, like wayside, in order for Shoji to take the credit on that. But again, I don't think that's what he's gonna do either, because Shoji and Kota's stories in some ways have become so linked within these past couple chapters, from both being heteromorphs from two different worlds, yet still understanding of that hatred. So I don't think Kota will. I don't think Horikoshi will take this opportunity for development away from Kota. But it is weirdly something I did kind of think about, and I am a little worried about. With that said, over the past couple weeks, I've made it no secret Horikoshi's page and panel construction. Page layout and panel construction have kind of been lacking, to put it lightly. And while there were still some small moments like that this week, I do have to say this chapter did feel like an improvement, which makes me wonder if I wasn't the only one who thought this was an issue, and Horikoshi did end up having to have to kind of course correct on that part, because he realized, oh shit, I'm getting too cluttered with the page construction. I need to kind of rework this a bit. Like, I don't know, but it's one of those things where it did feel a little bit better this week than it did last week. Again, this was actually another great chapter. Like, I think if anything, the moral of this chapter, the core theme of this chapter, is all it really depends on is that one choice, that one choice that you make, that one defining choice you make can really define how you move forward, how you move forward in society, how you truly want to be conceived and whatnot. So yeah, just a very interesting chapter overall. But guys, with that said, that's all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll. Be sure to hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, everyone.